next, the classical singer Shafqat Ali Khan will be creating a bit of history later this month. He's going to be performing with Muslim kirtanis, or devotional musicians, inside the oldest Gurdwara in Europe. Now, the event is inspired by the tradition of Bhai Mardana, who was a Muslim by birth, and performed music alongside the founder of Sikhism, Guru Nanak. Kirit Singh is the organiser of the event at the Gurdwara in Shepherd's Bush and joins me on the line now. Kirit Singh, a very good evening.
Good evening. Hi.
Kirit, thanks for joining us. How did the idea for this event come about in the first place?
So actually, I've been doing a PhD. That's my main full-time occupation. I'm doing a PhD on Sikh musical history.
Right.
And, I had many questions growing up about the Sikh musical tradition. And in the process of my research, I came to know more about this tradition of the community known as the Rababis, who were Muslims, but they were the descendants of Bhai Mardana, this companion of Guru Nanak, who, over the last 3-4 centuries, up until the start of the 20th century, they performed Sikh music, the kirtan in the Gurdwaras in Punjab, Mm-hmm. So this history of Rababis performing Sikh music is really what inspired this event. Muslims performing at Gurdwaras was something which was normal up until partition and the end of the colonial period. So it's something which I found inspiring, through Sikh history. And, we're just trying to, in a way, kind of see a bit of a revival of that tradition.
Right. And a tradition that you say goes right back to the very beginning of Sikhism, really, right?
Yeah. Guru Nanak's first disciple and one of his closest companions on all of his travels was Bhai Mardana, who was 10 years older to him, actually. But he was a Muslim from the local village, and he was one of Guru Nanak's most devoted Sikhs, actually, one of his first and most devoted disciples. So the tradition starts there, and since then you've had the descendants of Bhai Mardana and other Muslim musicians in the region of Punjab performing for Sikh patrons, performing in the Sikh temples. It was something which was seen as totally normal up until the start of the 20th century when things started to change.
You say that, but actually I've travelled in Pakistan and in Bangladesh, and I've been to Gurdwaras there where that tradition does continue, both in Dhaka, in Bangladesh, and across the Pakistani state of Punjab. It's something that perhaps not so much in India or outside of India, but in certain parts of the world is continuing. I understand, Kirit, that there has been some opposition to your event. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's kind of disappointing and saddening for me to see this kind of reaction. But amongst some, sections of the Sikh community, we've had people saying this event should be cancelled. This should not be non-Sikh musicians performing kirtan in the Sikh Gurdwaras, which is for me is personally very saddening and very disheartening to see that kind of a reaction. But that's not going to stop us. For me, the very essence of Guru Nanak is to go beyond religion, and the fact that he had Hindu and Muslim disciples was, it was representative of his message for humanity. So there has been a bit of a negative reaction, but there's also been tremendous amount of positive reaction. People really inspired, and I think a lot of credit goes to the Shepherd's Bush Gurdwara, who have been willing and encouraging us to put this event on, to make it happen.
Great stuff. And just if you don't mind me putting my 2 pence worth in as well, those that are opposing your event, I think, first of all, need to check their history, and number 2, understand the basics of Sikhi, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Kirit, if people want to go along, give us the details. When and exactly where is this taking place?
Yeah, so it's happening at Central Gurdwara Khalsa Jatha, which is located in Shepherd's Bush, central London. Mm-hmm. Next Saturday, the 11th of May, starting at 6:30 in the evening, and it will probably go on until about 9 p.m.
Great stuff. Thank you so much for telling us about it today, and I hope it all goes very well indeed. Kirit Singh, thank you for your time.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you, Kirit Singh, organiser of this event. It's taking place at the Gurdwara in Shepherd's Bush, West London, the oldest Gurdwara in Europe, that one is, next weekend, May the 11th, so next Saturday evening, if you'd like to go along. And thanks once again to Kirit Singh, and good luck with your PhD. Sounds interesting.